Welcome back to the basement, the friendliest place on cicada.
On Basement Let's Play.
Cicadas, that's the name of the bugs. If you don't know what we're talking about,
watch last episode, you filthy heathen. I'm kidding, you're not a heathen. You are filthy. You might be a heathen. You might not be filthy. Depends on who I'm talking to. Listen, you're either filthy or not, and a heathen or not. There's only 4 possibilities. Filthy heathen, clean heathen, filthy non-heathen, clean non-heathen. What is the opposite of heathen? Saint?
No.
Religiosity?
Sinner is opposite of saint.
Well, no.
Yeah, that's what the Bible's definition would be.
Yeah, but I mean, what about St. Peter and St. Andrew and St. Paul? They were all sinners.
Well, yeah, until they were saints.
Ted and I are going to have a conversation about this later after we're done recording and before we're done debating theology for the night.
Well, I'm curious. I want to know what your thoughts are on that. I mean, isn't like...
No, I can see it going either way. It's just... Why are you holding your heart?
I don't know!
Yeah, no. So for those of you who don't know, there's a school of thought that when you become saved from your sin in your religious belief, which doesn't have to be specific, but I don't know what religions other than ours, which we consider to be the right one.
It's our best guess.
Come with that,
right?
Being saved from sin. But you're still a sinner, right? Like I feel like we're Christians, and I feel like I'm not a Christian when I sin, and I'm like, oh man. And like some Christians will say, well, you keep sinning, but you hate it, and you try not to, and it's not, you don't revel in it anymore, and it's not, it's not something you look forward to or premeditate or enjoy, But other people say, well, once you're saved, that's it. You're righteous. But it's like, okay, so if I messed up and I sinned, does that mean I was never really saved? I don't know. And I think my understanding has come to be that if you are saved from your sin, then you are sinless in God's eyes. Because he exists outside of time, but you exist within time, and you still have... Ooh, good job, Ted. He was about to get you, and you got him.
The stupid, poke mechanic
it's hard.
Is never right.
And so, bound by time, you still have some sins to commit before you're done, freed from it from a chronological standpoint, even though you're freed from it in an eternal standpoint.
Yes. So I think you're in a superposition of both states, as Schrodinger might say.
Sinner.
Schrodinger's sinner. I think. So. This is how I have always thought. Mm-hmm. Well, not always, but in more recent, as I've become more. Yes.
Good job, Ted.
As I've become more of a theological thinker over the years, is the idea that
go on.
You can sin. Mm-hmm. Is an action, but it's also a state, right?
Sure.
So it's both.
Living in sin.
You can do a sinful act, but there's this concept of original sin or a fallen world, so that state, you being a sinner, is the state of sinning.
Well, that's
of sin.
Yeah.
And so when you're saved by faith, righteousness, then that sinner thing is taken off. Mm-hmm. But you could still sin, but you're not a sinner. You're a saint that makes mistakes sometimes.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That can still sin, but it doesn't mean that that's your defining quality and characteristic now, is that you're a sinner.
Understood. So here's the concern, I think, that comes with that. As
does this give us
valid and helpful as it is?
Should I sin so that grace abounds all the more? Is that what you're about to say?
Well, no, but I think
it
gives. If you say there are sinners and then there are people who sin, but there are no longer sinners, then you blur the line to where some sinners might think that they're good people who mess up sometimes, right? And that's a lie that a lot of people believe, is that if their good deeds outweigh their bad deeds and God is fair, that they'll get into heaven. When really the truth is, you're either perfect or you don't get in.
Right.
And the good news, of course, is that
Nobody's perfect.
But God made a way.
But you can't.
For you to claim that perfect status.
Right.
So.
And that perfect status is saint.
I don't know.
I mean, that's the thing that I've always thought is like that. When the epistles are talking to Christians, they refer to everybody who's a Christian as a saint. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it would be very confusing if I'm not. Then who are they talking to? Only Saint Peter? Only Saint Paul?
But I mean, so people who don't have.
What did I accomplish in there?
Well, you went around and you killed the thing.
I killed the thing.
Go to the map.
Okay.
Can you zoom out? Not effectively. Okay, so I think if you go back in the boat, there will be a new destination.
Okay.
You've defeated that guy, and that's probably why we came here.
Yeah, I think so too. We're heading toward the Pirate Stronghold. Yes.
So that's the next thing.
Cool. We're having like some very good theological conversation.
Yeah. Well, so there's
and here's my caveat with everything that I've said so far.
Okay.
I have no idea what I'm talking about. I might be completely wrong, or like
probably should have led with that.
I might be very like heretical here as well, but that's my understanding.
No, I hold it with an open hand as well. But I mean, there's a lot of like nuance and foundation that goes with that. Okay, yeah. So we went there to do that. Now he's putting a new red X on the northwest. Is like sin and sinner. The distinction there is different than like one who tells a lie occasionally and a liar.
Yeah.
But to a layman of religious terms and that some of that foundational theology, it's like that's the same jump in their mind. And so you don't want to say,
I see.
Implying that someone is not a sinner implies, I think, to many people that they no longer sin. And if they say they're no longer a sinner and they do sin from time to time, that they're a hypocrite and a liar.
And then a lot of people like disqualify themselves and say like, oh man, I can never show my face in a church because I screwed up once.
Yeah, which is a huge bummer. But I mean, someone who tells lies is a liar.
That's true.
Someone who takes things that don't belong to them, regardless of whether they're small or
is a thief.
Not much value. Yeah, they're a thief, and so they're a lying thief, right?
Right, and all you have to do is steal something one time, and you're a thief.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
But once you're saved, if you sin, are you then a sinner? Well, that's a different distinction, right? As you rightly pointed out. So there you go. It's real nice. So, Link is a sinner.
But now he's saved. Perfect.
Very well done.
Oh man, we're smart.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far.
Smart in humor. Look at those nostrils, dude.
I'd rather not.
Can we warp back to here from the sky? Like we can go to the sky here.
I'm guessing we can. Or you can at least warp to like the entrance to the water.
And then go
just
here.
Sail over.
Because I feel like before we go in there, we should probably go back to Skytown and get some stuff.
Get some potion.
Yep. And a new shield. Or like repair the shield that we have.
It's not a bad idea. Do you want to see if you can do this without that stuff?
No.
Or do you? Okay.
Let's go and do it.
Alrighty. I'm ready.
Here's the deal. The episode's going to end and you're going to need all that stuff.
Well, I was thinking.
So if I don't get through it fast enough, then we're going to have to watch you die.
Right. Yeah, no, that's what I was trying to gauge. It was either that or I would, instead of trying to make progress myself, I would spend my turn doing these sorts of errands. You see? See? We are still recording. That is
so
good.
And after that conversation, like I'm a person who can definitely like I said, admit I don't know everything, and I probably won't ever know everything.
So here's a question for you.
But earlier I said that sinner and saint are opposites.
Right.
I don't know if I think that anymore. I think that conversation just kind of like
sometimes just talking about it changes your perspective on things.
Mm-hmm.
If it were true though that we are no longer sinners because we're saved, right? And you sort of subscribe at least partially, if not wholly, to like a punitive, retributive justice theological school of thought. Does that mean then that Jesus is a sinner right now? Even without committing sin?
because he
We're not
became sin
sinners.
at one point.
Right. So if Jesus became all sin and we became the righteousness of God, 2 Corinthians 5:21 or so, 5:23? 1 Corinthians? Paul wrote it.
It's something in there. It's
One of Paul's books.
one of those letters.
Then it's like, I mean, like God, like when Jesus died on the cross, God turned his face away
Right.
because he couldn't even look at the sin. All the sin was there and not
Yeah.
here anymore.
Interesting.
I'm touching myself here in my chest, in my hurt. So
What am I looking for? I want another bottle, Peter.
yeah.
We only have one, dude.
Well, we could
And-
pay for the Pumpkin Man's chandelier.
And we should have,
Don't you get a bottle that way?
okay, in our pouch.
We need a shield.
Yeah, where's the shield?
You can get a shield and upgrade it. The shield is at the
What's this purple thing?
press the
Dowsing?
yeah.
So the shield goes in our pouch, but all our pouch things are empty. There's no shield in here at all. So we have to go to the shield buying guy.
Yeah. No, yeah. I actually talked about that a couple episodes ago.
Should we get this
Or one
one?
episode ago. That's the sacred shield.
It can handle all variety of attacks. Fire, electricity, painful zaps. Automatically repair itself when it sustains damage.
Ooh.
It's a little fragile, but shouldn't be a problem for one's talented and agile as you. Let's buy it.
Sure. Why? Wait. It heals itself and yet it's fragile?
It like if you use it too much too fast, it'll break.
Low durability means it breaks easy. So it heals slowly.
But right, the other ones don't heal at all. You have to come and get them repaired. Is there a way to instantly heal ourselves?
You could sit on a seat.
Chair. Oh yeah, there are plenty of chairs.
Go talk to the guy though that makes stuff tougher and see if you can make that shield last longer.
Ooh.
I don't know if he works on sacred shields or not. Hey kid.
Upgrade. All the items you have that I can upgrade.
Ooh, yes. Better.
Better. A strengthened sacred shield with improved
we need
durability.
bird
but we
feathers.
need bird feathers. We have enough of the other things.
That is true.
Where do you get bird feathers from?
From birds.
Oh. Good call. Yeah, let's go find a chair to sit on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a very interesting theological discussion. I think
Yeah,
at
I
some
know.
point we'll
I'm
have
trying
to
to
do
shift gears out of that. Oh, you could sit on that bench.
Yeah, we should try to. We should talk about that more maybe in a basement church service that we
we
have
could
at
do
some
that.
point in the future.
We could do that. That tree texture is not really doing Zelda Skyward Sword HD any favors.
It's like a Nintendo 64 type of tree. Good job, game.
Nintendo 64 trees, Mario 64 trees were just 2D sprites, and they turned and followed Mario wherever he went.
That's right.
Yeah, they're totally flat. But they made
Cheaters.
them look like they could be round, so they would look similar from any perspective, which I guess trees kind of do. But still, when you look at it, like the first time I noticed that, I was like, freaky. It's like a painting with the eyes in it that watches you.
I've seen places like that. I've been there.
I mean,
In like Europe, there are some.
where they're actually moving.
There are some walls where no, they're not actually moving, but they're painted in a way that it no matter where you are, it looks like they're looking at you.
Well, all it is that it's making eye contact with the painter. Like a photograph where someone's looking directly into the camera, you can hold it at any angle, and it's looking at you while you're looking at it.
Oh, I suppose.
Or like a dollar bill, you know, or a $5 bill, or a $10 bill, or a $2 bill, or a $20 bill, or a $50 bill, or a $100 bill.
Pirate Stronghold. Look at that.
We just
Going
paid
straight there.
500 rupees for that shield. Does anybody know who's on the $500 bill?
Is there actually a $500 bill? Mm-hmm.
I saw a couple of them in a safety deposit box when my mom's dad died and left everything to us.
So it's not a president since your mom's dad. Is it a recent president?
No.
Okay. Let me guess.
Okay.
Is it a president who's on something else already? Like
I don't
Lincoln's
think
on
so.
a penny and the $5 bill?
Yeah.
Cheater.
No, I don't think so. I think
Washington's
this
on a quarter
president,
and a
the
one.
only thing I know this president is on is the $500 bill, but it doesn't mean that I'm right. Maybe he's in the background of the $2 bill or something, right? Because there a
Roosevelt.
bunch? Nope, not Roosevelt.
I was thinking I'm gonna go with like one of the faces on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Because you had Roosevelt.
He's not on Rushmore. It would be a tough
Lincoln.
guess.
Are you saying this is a hard one to guess?
I think so.
Oh, that's sand.
That is no. It's not just regular sand.
It's not just any sand.
It's not even slow sand.
Howard Taft.
Taft, you old dog. No, not Taft. He never forgave her for having that affair
Winston
with
Churchill.
President Taft.
That would be a pretty interesting one. Winston Churchill.
Yeah, no, not Churchill. Don't.
But
You almost drank that purple goo. I mean, the red potion.
oh gosh, I don't want that selected.
Yeah. Dude, how about the hold the button down to select it and then tap the button to use it? Same button. Control. Terrible. Unconscionable. Dwellers, have you had a chance to guess in the comments?
Durability on it.
I'm about to give it away.
Okay, hold on. Give me some hints slowly. Well, first let's figure out how to get in here, and then give me some more hints. Nostril, maybe? I bet the nostril has something to do with it.
Here's the thing I know about this individual. The last name rings a bell as, I think he was president. He was president, and he's on the $500 bill. That's basically all I know about him.
Oh, wow, his name.
He might be notable, though. Dude.
Well, that worked out, considering we just spent 500. Win. Okay,
Huge
how do we
win.
get in here?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Can we climb these things?
Climb. And I don't have my phone on me to check.
Gerudo.
There were some climby boxes to the right of the nostrils as well. If you go down on the ground level, you caught a beetle.
Cicadas.
What about that pole? Is that something?
The pole across the way?
Yeah, the
That's
you're
one
looking
right
at.
here.
Oh. Well, look for boxes to climb on the other side.
Okay, no boxes.
Maybe the old man's got a clue.
This guy?
I doubt it. I would check the boxes first.
Okay. How do I check the boxes?
We'll go to the right. Around the corner. Boxes. To climb.
Whoa!
I saw them earlier while I was looking at the screen.
I wonder if this door has anything to do with it. Good job.
Seems to be.
I should have been a Dora Explorer.
Those boxes were a cube herring. Okay, I gotta tell him before the end of the episode, though.
Give me. Okay, so the only thing that you have going is that it sounds
I can
like
tell
he was
you
a
like
president.
what letter his last name starts with.
Do that.
M.
Madison.
No.
Billy Madison. Same type of device. Time shift stone. Got it.
Yeah.
Man. McKinley.
Yeah.
Really?
McKinley.
I was like, I don't even know if that's a president.
Yeah, that's how
What's
I
his
felt.
first name?
Mark?
Mark McKinley.
I don't know. John McKinley? John's a good guess.
That actually is probably a pretty
I
good
mean, just
guess.
because, like, presidents were named John. John Washington. John Lincoln. John Bush. Donald Trump. John Biden. Just call him John. Dude, you're far better at those guys than I was.
The trick is you gotta, like, establish where your sword is before you swing. That way it swings in the right direction. Well, we're gonna have to do a little bit more of this next time in the basement. Basement Let's Play.
Basement Let's Play.
This has been the most theologically heavy episode I think we've ever had.
Or at least in a while.
That's
It
true.
even made the thumbnail on a Twilight Princess episode.
That's right. I remember that.
What is with Zelda and theology? I don't know. If you have a theory on that, let us know in the comments below. And until next time, Basement Dwellers, we think that you are more of a obscure federal figure than
Taft.
in the basement.